Welcome back to the Michael D. Show. I'm your host, Michael D. Butler. We're here in the Beyond Publishing Studios. Very excited about a new book and my guest, Sharla Frost. How are you today, Sharla?
I'm good. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. Now, why a children's book called Frogville?
Well, I wanted to do something post-pandemic that was uplifting and fun, and I got to thinking, growing up I read a lot, but I don't remember ever having a girl as the heroine other than Trixie Belden or Nancy Drew. So I wanted a girl's quest story, and we worked on putting together a traditional fairy tale with a girl as the heroine. A girl frog, as it turns out, but it's a girl. Yeah.
It's an exciting book. It's fully illustrated, and it's about a town that's under a spell. And every year that boys turn 13 on their 13th birthday, they turn into a frog. But one year, the twin sister turns into a frog. And that's kind of where the story takes off.
It is. What we see in a lot of current media, we have Wonder Woman, we have people who have magical powers and are able to be stronger and more in control than some of the men around them. But we don't see many role models that show normalized behavior. So being nice to others, taking care of the things that need to be taken care of, living up to your promises. Lily is all about doing what she promises to do, and that's an important issue. I think that for young women in particular, it's nice to see that you can be both strong and you can fulfill those things that are traditional characteristics.
Now, there's something about the curse on this town that will be lifted, and it involves a kiss from someone very special. Can you give any insight on that?
Well, we won't ruin the plot, but another part of the book, and one of the points of the book, is that true love isn't necessarily romantic love. So what we find with friendship, because friendship is very important, is that friendship can give you the same kind of true love that a romantic love can. So you don't really have to spend all of your life looking for Prince Charming. You can find love in a lot of different ways.
And I'm glad you really dive into that for the young people, because are you going to be wearing green that day?
I will probably wear green that day.
Now, I know you're doing
fun.
a book signing tonight in Dallas. You're speaking everywhere, and I just want to congratulate you. And one thing I want to point out, too, is the endorsement here from Mark Victor Hansen, who has sold more books than most anybody alive, 500 million books. Chicken Soup for the Soul says, Frogville is an enchanting tale full of imagination and charm. Frost has given us what is sure to become an instant children's classic, a story for the child in all of us. And I think that is very well put by co-founder of Chicken Soup for the Soul, Mark Victor Hansen. And I want to thank you for joining us today. Give us a little tidbit about Frogville, Oklahoma, and how the ideal came to be.
Yes, I grew up in Frogville, Oklahoma, which is part of the greater Hugo Metroplex, for those of you who don't know where it's located. It is in the southeast corner of Oklahoma, and it is a ranching community. My family has been there. I'm a fifth generation Frogvillian on one side and a fourth generation on the other. So it's always been a topic of amusement to people who knew me. And many years ago, I met Carl Albert, who was the former Speaker of the House. And
Very famous name.
I was explaining to him that I was from this little place in Oklahoma, and he said, "Where exactly?" And I said, "Well, it's called Frogville." And he said, "You should tell everyone you ever meet that you're from Frogville, Oklahoma. I, by example, am from Bug Tussle, and no one remembers me. They always remember the place I'm from. Everyone will remember you as that woman from Frogville." And it's some of the best advice I ever got. So it was the perfect name for a book.
And not only did you tell everybody you're from Frogville, you actually wrote the book series, Frogville, The Quest of a Frog. You're changing young lives and you're shaping hearts and minds for the future. Sharla Frost, thanks for being with us. What a great interview.
Thank you, Michael.
Check it out now. Grab it everywhere books are sold. Frogville. Get all 3 copies in the series. The trilogy will blow your kids and your grandkids away and keep them reading and doing amazing things for a long time.